Good morning, good morning. All right, we're on Book of Jasher, chapter 59. We have returned from Jacob being buried in a cave after having a dust-up with Esau, and Esau having his head cut off by some of the sons of Jacob, because Esau and his kids were saying, "No, we didn't say that. We didn't sell your dad this cave." I was like, dude, I've got the receipts. He's like, well, why about you go get the receipts? And as Naphtali was down there getting the receipts, they decided to get more belligerent and fought, and they just were having none of that. So that ended up lasting into being a greater war, where the Edomites, basically the children of Esau, now hate the children of Jacob to this day, is what it says. Which to me places this in a specific time frame, because as I read in an entry later on, those Edomites who were basically in Lebanon then became overrun by Babylon, and they migrated to southern Judea and integrated with the people, and eventually their culture kind of vanished after being assimilated. So there's a specific period from which these tales could be applicable, because it was saying, and to this day. So, interesting to think about. But all right, so chapter 59. And these are the names of the sons of Israel who dwelt in Egypt, who had come with Jacob. All the sons of Jacob came unto Egypt, every man with his household. The children of Leah were Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun, and their sister Dinah. And the sons of Rachel were Joseph and Benjamin. And the sons of Zilpah, handmaid of Leah, were Gad and Asher. And the sons of Bilhah, the handmaid of Rachel, were Dan and Naphtali. And these were their offspring that were born unto them in the land of Canaan, before they came unto Egypt with their father Jacob. Sons of Reuben were Canach, Palu, Chetzron of Carmi. And the sons of Simeon were Jemuel, Jamin, Ohad, Jashan, Zochar, and Saul, the son of the Canaanitish woman. And the children of Levi were Gershon, Kehath, and Merari, and their sister Jochebed, who was born unto them in their going down to Egypt. And the sons of Judah were Onan, Shelah, Perez, Zerach, and Onan died in the land of Canaan. And the sons of Perez were Chezron and Kemuel. The sons of Issachar were Tola, Puvah, Job, and Shamron. And the sons of Zebulun were Sered, Elon, Jachleel. And the sons of Dan was Cushim. The sons of Naphtali were Jachzeel, Guni, Jetzer, and Shilam. The sons of Gad were Ziphion, Chagi, Shuni, Esbon, Iri, Arodi, and Areli. And the children of Asher were Jimnah, Jishva, Jishvi, Beriah, and their sister Serach. And the sons of Beriah were Cheber and Malchileel. And the sons of Benjamin were Bela, Becher, Ashbel, Gera, Naaman, Achirosh, Mupim, Chupim, and Ord. And the sons of Joseph that were born unto him in Egypt were Manasseh and Ephraim. And all the sons that went forth from the loins of Jacob were 70 souls. And these are they who came with Jacob their father unto Egypt to dwell there. And Joseph and all his brethren dwelt securely in Egypt. And they ate of the best of Egypt all the days of the life of Joseph. And Joseph lived in the land of Egypt 93 years. And Joseph reigned over all of Egypt 80 years. And when the days of Joseph drew nigh, that he should die, he sent and called for his brethren, and all his father's household, and they all came together and sat before him. And Joseph said unto his brethren, and unto the whole of his father's household, Behold, I die, and God will surely visit you, and bring you up from this land to the land which he swore to your fathers to give unto them. And it shall be when God shall visit you to bring you up from here to the land of your fathers. Then bring up my bones with you from there. And Joseph made the sons of Israel to swear for their seed after them, saying, God will surely visit you, and you shall bring up my bones with you from here. And it came to pass after this that Joseph died in that year, the 71st year of the Israelites going down to Egypt. And Joseph was 110 years old when he died in the land of Egypt. And all his brethren and all his servants rose up, and they embalmed Joseph, as was their custom. And his brethren and all Egypt mourned over him for 70 days. And they put Joseph in a coffin filled with spices and all sorts of perfume, and they buried him by the side of the river that is Seor. And the sons and all his brethren and the whole of his father's house made a 70 days mourning for him. And it came to pass after the death of Joseph, all the Egyptians began in those days to rule over the children of Israel. And Pharaoh, king of Egypt, who reigned in his father's stead, took all the laws of Egypt and conducted the whole government of Egypt under his counsel, and he reigned securely over his people. 60. And when the year came round, being the 72nd year from the Israelites going down to Egypt, after the death of Joseph, Zepho, the son of Eliphaz, the son of Esau, fled from Egypt, he and his men, and they went away. And he came to Africa, which is Dinhabah, to Angeas, king of Africa. And Angeas received them with great honor, and he made Zepho the captain of his host. So, remember, this is the people who were captured because of the rebellion Esau and his children had at the burial. So he's going to his ally, which is in Africa. Now, considering that Egypt is northeastern Africa, my question is what he means by Africa. Is it the northwestern part of Africa? Or is it further up the Nile, which is south, and it was Africa down that way. But I guess I don't have a good grasp on that. But Zepho found favor, became captain of the guard. That sounds like it's going to stir up trouble. And Zepho enticed Angeas, king of Africa, to collect all his army to go and fight with the Egyptians. Yeah, and the sons of Jacob to avenge of them the cause of his brethren. But Angeas would not listen to Zepho to do this thing, for Angeas knew the strength of the sons of Jacob and what they had done to his army in their warfare with the children of Esau. Oh, good, he still remembers. And Zepho was in those days very great in the sight of Angeas and in the sight of all his people, and he continually enticed them to make war against Egypt, but they would not. And it came to pass in those days that there was in the land of Chittim a man in the city of Puzimna, whose name was Uzu, and he became degenerately defied by the children of Chittim. Sorry, I need to reread this verse because I am trying to follow how they organize their sentence. So in the days in the land of Chittim, so that's the land, a man in the city of Puzimna, so in that city, whose name was Uzu, so the man's name is Uzu, he became degenerately defied by the children of Chittim. And the man died and had no son, only one daughter whose name was Janiah. The damsel was exceedingly beautiful, comely, and intelligent, and there was none seen like unto her for beauty and wisdom throughout the land. And the people of Angeas, king of Africa, saw her, and they came and praised her unto him. And Angeas sent the children of Chittim, and he requested to take her unto himself for a wife, and the people of Chittim consented to give her unto him for a wife. And when the messengers of Angeas were going forth from the land of Chittim to take their journey, behold, the messengers of Turnus king of Bibentu, came unto Chetam, for Turnus, king of Bibentu, also sent his messengers to request Jania for him to take unto himself for a wife. For all his men had also praised her to him. Therefore he sent all his servants unto her. And the servants of Turnus came to Chetam, and they asked for Jania to be taken to Turnus, their king, for a wife. Okay. I'm interested. What's going to happen? You've got two kingdoms seeking her for a wife from a third party. Oh, let's see what happens. Maybe she shows some skill, or well, let's find out. And the people of Chetam said unto them, we cannot give her, because Engeus, king of Africa, desired to take her unto him for a wife before you came, and that we should give her unto him. And now therefore we cannot do this thing to deprive Engeus of the damsel in order to give her unto Turnus. For we are greatly afraid of Engeus, lest he come in battle against us and destroy us, and Turnus, your master, will not be able to deliver us from his hand. Okay, so make a smart call. When the messengers of Turnus heard all the words of the children of Chetam, they turned back their master and told him the words of the children of Chetam. And the children of Chetam sent a memorial to Engeus, saying, Behold, Turnus has sent for Jania to take her unto him for a wife, and thus have we answered him. And we heard that he has collected his whole army to go to war against thee, and he intends to pass by the road of Sardunia to fight against the brother Lucas. And after that he will come to fight against thee. And Engeus heard the words of the children of Chetam, which they sent unto him in the record. And his anger was kindled, and he rose up and assembled his whole army, and came through the islands of the sea. And came through the islands of the sea, the road to Sardunia, unto his brother Lucas, king of Sardunia. Okay, I'm really curious where this stuff is. So let's see if I can find it real quick. Sardunia. Where is Sardunia? So Sardunia is Engeus' brother. An autonomous region of Italy. Is a distinctive autonomous region of Italy located in the western Mediterranean and celebrated for its rugged, unspoiled landscapes. Okay. So if you think of Italy like a boot, then it's left of Italy, kind of near the knee area. It's the southern island. I'm used to thinking of Sicily. So that means that when they talk about Engeus, so who is the other one? Well, all right. So I'm thinking the northern but western part of Africa is the the Africa area that they're talking about. And Niblos, son of Lucas, heard that his uncle Engeus was coming, and he went out to meet him with heavy army, and he kissed him and embraced him. And Niblos said unto Engeus, When thou askest my father after his welfare, when I shall go with thee to fight with Turnus, ask of him to make me captain of his host. And Engeus did so, and it came unto his brother, and his brother came to meet him. And he asked him after his welfare, and Engeus asked his brother Lucas after his welfare, and to make his son Niblos captain of his host. And he did so, and Engeus said to his brother Lucas, rose up, and they went toward Turnus to battle. And there was with them a great army and a heavy people. And he came in the ships, and they came to the province of Ashtaroth. And behold, Turnus came towards them, and went forth to Sardunia, and intended to destroy it, and afterward to pass on from there to Engeus to fight with him. All right, so where is Turnus? Turnus. Trunus. They don't say much. Oh, this is a map thing. No wonder. Trunus. No, it just came up with trunks. Good heavens. Trunus. Turnus, mythical character, king of Rutuli. Roman history, chief antagonist. Is this the same? So Turnus, some key. Okay. I think that's a different person then. Shoot. All right, so here's what I'm getting though. I would say that these things are fights that are occurring in northern Africa, Mediterranean. This is where the theater of battle is. Because we have the islands to the west of Italy as Sardinia. So, and if that's the case, then this means this is infighting around the Mediterranean. All right, so that's why the islands of the sea make sense, because they're talking about the Mediterranean, and there's lots of islands in there. All right. So he makes him captain of the battle, and Angius asked his brother, did so, made Lucas, rose up, they went toward Turnus to battle, and was with a great army and a heavy people, and he came in ships, and they came to the province of Ashtarash, and behold, Turnus came toward them. He went forth from Sardinia and intended to destroy it, and afterward passed from there to Angius to fight with him. And Angius and Lucas, his brother, met Turnus in the valley of Canopia, and the battle was strong and mighty between them. Okay, where's the valley of Canopia? Sorry, this is all very, very new to me, and that's why I'm very, very interested. Canopia. Canopia. That's business. So let's do Canopia. Location. Let's see if that works. Canopia Solutions. No, that becomes tracking business. Dang it. All right, well, we'll have to live in ignorance. And the battle was severe upon Lucas, the king of Sardunia, and all his army fell, and Niblos, his son, fell also in that battle. And his uncle Angius commanded his servants that they made a golden coffin for Niblos, and they put him into it. And Angius again waged battle toward Turnus, and Angius was stronger than he, and he slew him, and he smote all his people with the edge of a sword. And Angius avenged the cause of Niblos, his brother's son, and the cause of the army of his brothers, and the cause of his army of his brother Lucas. And when Turnus died at the hands of those that survived, the battle became weak, and they fled from before Angius and Lucas his brother. And Angius and his brother Lucas pursued them into the high road, which is between Alphanu and Roma. Again, I think this is Italy. And they slew the whole army of Turnus with the edge of the city, the edge of the sword. And Lucas, king of Sardunia, commanded his servants that they should make a coffin of brass, and that they should place therein the body of his son Niblos. And they buried him in that place. That's two different types of metal for Niblos. Okay. And they built upon it a high tower, and there upon the high road, and they called the name after the name of Niblos unto this day. And they also buried Turnus, king of Bibentu, there in that place with Niblos. And behold, upon the high road between Alphanu and Roma, and gave Niblos is on one side, and the grave of Turnus is on the other, and the pavement between them and a pavement between them unto this day. Is Niblos something I can look up? Location. Niblos. Do you have the location of Niblos? Are you kidding me? Manhattan? No. Nope. Can't tell. Doesn't bring up anything about that. Shucks. All right, well. And when Niblos was buried, and Lucas his father returned with the army into his land Sardunia, and Angeas his brother, king of Africa, went with his people unto the city of Bibentu, that is the city of Turnus. And then, so basically his brother went back, but he went over to finish taking the city. And the inhabitants of Bibentu heard of his fame, and they were greatly afraid of him. And they went forth to meet him with weeping and supplication, and the inhabitants of Bibentu entreated Angeas not to slay them nor destroy their city. And he did so, for Bibentu was in those days reckoned as one of the cities of the children of Chetam. Therefore he did not destroy the city. But from that day forward, the troops of the king of Africa would go to Chetam to spoil and plunder it, and whenever they went, Zepho, the captain of the host of Angeas, would go with them. And it was after that Angeas turned with his army, and they came to the city of Puzimna, and Angeas took thence Genea, the daughter of Uzu, for a wife, and brought her unto his city, unto Africa. Well, there you go. Go and fight a war to get your wife. And it came to pass that the time Pharaoh, king of Egypt, commanded all his people to make for them a strong palace in Egypt. And he also commanded the sons of Jacob to assist the Egyptians in the building, and the Egyptians made a beautiful and elegant palace for the royal habitation. And he dwelt therein, and he renewed his government, and he reigned securely. So back to Egypt, after he had the fight of Africa versus something in the Mediterranean? I don't know. And Zebulun, the son of Jacob, died in that year. That is the 72nd year of the going down of the Israelites to Egypt. And Zebulun died 114 years old and was put into a coffin and given into the hands of his children. And the 75th year died the brother of Simeon, and he was 120 years old at his death, and he was also put into a coffin and given into the hands of his children. And Zepho, the son of Eliphaz, the son of Esau, captain of the host of Angeas, king of Dinhabah, was still daily enticing Angeas to prepare for battle to fight with the sons of Jacob in Egypt. And Angeas was unwilling to do this thing, for his servants had related to him all the might of the sons of Jacob, and what they had done unto them in their battle with the children of Esau. And Zepho was in those days daily enticing Angeas to fight with the sons of Jacob in those days. And after some time, Angeas hearkened unto the words of Zepho, and consented to him to fight with the sons of Jacob in Egypt. And Angeas got all his people in order, a people numerous as the sands upon which is upon the seashore. And he formed with his resolution to go to Egypt to battle. And amongst the servants of Angeas was a youth, 15 years old. Balaam, the son of Beor, was his name. Sorry, my cat is being a goofball. Hey, come here. Come down from there, big guy. Thank you. Come here. He's having fun running around. All right. So Beor was his name, and the youth was very wise and understood the art of witchcraft. Does that mean that he was... So here's the funny thing. I've heard some people speculate that when they talk about being witchcraft, there's different types. There's someone who would be basically considered an apothecary or pharmacist, and that's what they consider to be witchcraft. I've also heard, other things. There's ones that are like fortune tellers, the common stuff you think of when you think witchcraft. Please don't knock stuff off. So, this is going to be interesting. I'd like to see what he's talking about. What are you knocking down? What are you knocking down? That's not for you. This is varnish. You don't need varnish. Come here, goober. Anyway. Alright. The world isn't flat, because if it were, the cats would have knocked everything off the edge of it. So he knew witchcraft. And Angeas said unto Balaam, Balaam, conjure for us, I pray thee, with the witchcraft, that we may know who will prevail in this battle to which we are now proceeding. And Balaam ordered that they should bring him wax, and he made thereof the likeness of the chariots and horsemen representing the army of Angeas and the army of Egypt, and he put them in the cunningly prepared waters that he had for that purpose. And he took in his hand the boughs of the myrtle tree, and he exercised his cunning, and he joined them over the water, and there appeared unto him in the water the resembling images of the hosts of Angeas, falling before the resembling images of the Egyptians and the sons of Jacob. So he made figures, and he basically showed that they would fall before the Egyptians. And Balaam told this thing to Angeas, and Angeas despaired, and did not arm himself to go down to Egypt to battle. And he remained in his city. And when Zepho the son of Eliphaz saw that Angeas despaired of going forth to battle with the Egyptians, Zepho fled from Angeas from Africa, and he went and came unto Chittim. This reminds me of certain Book of Mormon characters. Definitely, he's not as devious and as terrible as Amalickiah in the Book of Mormon, but this guy is just a traitor running from one kingdom to another to try and fight against the sons of Jacob to probably release his brethren who were slaves. So we'll see. And all the people of Chittim received him with great honor, and they hired him to fight their battles all the days. And Zepho became exceedingly rich in those days, and the troops of the king of Africa still spread themselves in those days. And the children of Chittim assembled and went to Mount Capetiza. Okay, this has to be in there somewhere. Come on. Mount Cuptizia. Mount Cupetiza is a mountain located in Chittim. Yes. Interpretations is Italy or Rome. Ha ha. Within the apocryphal Book of Jasher, mountain is on the site where Zepho, the grandson of Esau. So they don't bring up a map, but at least they say it's in Italy. So I was at least right. On account of the troops of Angeas, the king of Africa, who were advancing upon them. So he goes to the Mount Cupetiza. And it was one day that Zepho lost a young heifer, and he went to seek it, and he heard it lowing around the mountain. And Zepho went, and he saw, behold, there was a large cave at the bottom of the mountain, and there was a great stone there at the entrance of the cave, and Zepho split the stone, and he came into the cave, and he looked, and behold, a large animal was devouring the ox. From the middle upward it resembled a man, and from the middle downward it resembled an animal. And Zepho rose up against the animal and slew it with his sword. Middle upward was a man, middle downward, so something like a satyr. Maybe? Or just a guy with chaps, really furry chaps, who knows? And the inhabitants of Chittim heard of this thing, and they rejoiced exceedingly, and they said, what shall we do unto this man who has slain this animal that devoured our cattle? And they all assembled and consecrated, to consecrate one day in the year to him, and they called the name thereof Zepho after his name. And they brought unto him drink offerings year after year on that day, and they brought unto him gifts. At that time, Janiah, the daughter of Uzu, wife of King Engius became ill, and her illness was heavily felt by Engius and his officers. And when Engius said unto the wise men, what shall I do to Genia, and how shall I heal her from her illness? And his wise men said unto him, because of the air of our country is not like the air of the land of Chittim, and our water is not like the water. Therefore from this has the queen become ill. For though the change of air and water she became ill, and also because of her country she drank only the water which came from Perma, which her ancestors had brought up with bridges. And Engius commanded his servants, and they brought unto him in vessels the waters of Perma, belonging to Chittim. And they weighed those waters with the waters of the land of Africa, and they found those waters lighter than the waters of Africa. Is this where we get the term heavy water? And Engius saw this thing, and he commanded all his officers to assemble the hewers of stone in thousands and tens of thousands. And they hewed stone without number, and the builders came, and they built an exceedingly strong bridge, and they conveyed the spring of water from the land of Chittim unto Africa. And those waters were for Genia, the queen, and for all her concerns to drink from, to bake, to wash, to bathe therewith, and also to water therewith all the seed from which food can be obtained, and all fruit of the ground. And the king commanded that they should bring the soil of Chittim in large ships, and they also brought stones to build therewith, and the builders built palaces for Genia, the queen, and the queen became healed of her illness. Okay, so, of course, in my modern view of this, I would think that she's got ill because she's amongst a new population. They have a different immune system and biome of illnesses that are common to them, so she becomes ill. But they, of course, say that she's healed. Now, on the other hand, you could say maybe it was her being homesick because she liked her water, her soil, her plants from her home. That's a possibility, too. Or it's just as they thought. At least according to this narrative, that's what the narrative says. So, then where is the king of Africa? So did he build an aquifer from Italy to Africa over the Mediterranean? Or was it... where would he have been? I can't figure it out. When the revolution of the year of the troops of Africa continued coming to the land of Chittim to plunder as usual, and Zepho the son of Eliphaz heard their report, and he gave orders concerning them, and fought with them, and they fled before him, and he delivered the land of Chittim from them. And the children of Chittim saw the valor of Zepho, and the children of Chittim resolved that they made Zepho king over them, and he became king over them. And whilst he reigned, they went to subdue the children of Tubal and all the surrounding islands. And their king Zepho went at their head, and they made war with Tubal and the islands, and they subdued them. And when they returned from battle, they renewed his government for him. And they built for him a very large palace for his royal habitation and seat, and made a large throne for him. And Zepho reigned over the whole land of Chittim, and over the land of Italia 50 years. So, Chittim, where is the land of Chittim? All right, let's find this out. Land of Chittim. Land of Chittim, also Kittim, biblical term, land of Cyprus, specifically deriving from its name from ancient Phoenician Greek of the city of Citium, modern-day Larnacia. Biblical text. The designation evolved from specific geographic reference, primary identity, expanded meaning, prophetic symbolism, Kittim, biblical Genesis. No, I just wanted the map. Thank you very much. It would have been... Oh, I just wanted the map, not all these other pictures. Dang it. Done in Greece. So it was kind of the southern end of Turkey? Is that what it is? Riffa, Magog, Tubal, Ripa, Gomer, Thagarma, Medali. Where is Kittim? Trying to figure Kittim. East end of Cyprus. Oh, no, Cyprus is an island there? Oh, okay. So yeah, south of Turkey is an island called Kittim. So, all right, King of Africa, though. I guess that's what they're roaming all over the Mediterranean. So, all right. That's interesting. Let's see here. Let's read one more, because it's just one more page. Because we're starting to get back to Egypt. And the plot thickens, essentially. So here we're getting all sorts of stuff about this son of Esau, Zepho, and his conniving from one king as a captain of the guard to the kingdom of Kittim, which is that island to the south of modern-day Turkey. So anyways, chapter 62. In that year, being 79th year of the Israelites going down to Egypt, died Reuben, son of Jacob, in the land of Egypt. And Reuben was 125 years old when he died, and they put him into a coffin, and he was given into the hands of his children. And in the 80th year died his brother Dan, and he was 120 years at his death. And he was also put into a coffin and given into the hands of his children. And in that year, Cushan, king of Edom, after him being reigned Hadad, son of Bedad, for 35 years, and in the 81st year died Issachar, the son of Jacob, in Egypt, and Issachar was 122 years old at his death. And he was put into a coffin in Egypt and given into the hands of his children. So now the original sons of Jacob are all dying off. In the 82nd year died Asher, his brother. He was 123 years old at his death, and he placed in a coffin in Egypt and given to the hands of his children. So another one down. And in the 83rd year died Gad. He was 125 years old at his death and was put into a coffin in Egypt and given to the hands of his children. And it came to pass in the 84th year, that is the 50th year of the reign of Hadad, the son of Bedad, king of Edom, that Hadad assembled all the children of Esau, and he got his whole army in readiness, about 400,000 men. And he directed his way to the land of Moab, which was southeastern area of Judea. Well, later Judea. And he went to fight with Moab and make them tributary to him. And the children of Moab heard this thing, and they were very much afraid, and they sent the children of Midian to assist them with fighting Hadad, son of Bedad, king of Edom. And Hadad came unto the land of Moab. And Moab, the children of Midian, went out to meet him. And they placed themselves to battle army against him in the field of Moab. And Hadad fought with Moab, and there fell the children of Moab, the children of Midian, many slain ones, about 200,000 men. And the battle was very severe upon Moab. And when the children of Moab saw that the battle was sore upon them, they weakened their hands and turned their backs and left the children of Midian to carry on the battle. And the children of Midian knew not the intentions of Moab, but they strengthened themselves in the battle and fought with Hadad and all his host, and all Midian fell before him. Dude, so the Moabites were turncoats, and the Midianites just fell before Hadad. And Hadad smote all Midian with heavy smiting, and he slew them with the edge of the sword, and he left nothing remaining of those who came to assist Moab. And when all the children of Midian had perished in battle, and the children of Moab had escaped, Hadad made all Moab at the time tributary to him, and they became under his hand, and they gave a yearly tax as it was ordered, and Hadad turned and went back to his land. And at the revolution of the year, when the rest of the people of Midian that were in the land heard that their brethren had fallen in battle with Hadad for the sake of Moab, because the children of Moab had turned their backs in battle and left Midian to fight, then 5 of the princes of Midian resolved with the rest of their brethren who remained in the land to fight with Moab, to avenge the cause of their brethren. Yeah, you don't turn in the middle of battle. Well, obviously they did, and now they're going to fight against them. And the children of Midian sent all their brethren, the children to the east, and all their brethren, the children of Keturah, came to assist Midian to fight with Moab. And the children of Moab heard this thing. They were greatly afraid that all the children of the east had assembled themselves together against them for battle. And the children of Moab sent a memorial to the land of Edom to Hadad, the son of Bedad, saying, come now and assist us, that we will smite Midian, for they all assembled together to have come against us, and all their brethren of the children of the east to battle, to avenge the cause of Midian that fell in battle. And Hadad, the son of Bedad, the king of Edom, went forth with his whole army, and went to the land of Moab to fight with Midian. And round 2, Midian and the children of the east fought with Moab, the children of with Moab in the field of Moab, and the battle was very fierce between them. And Hadad smote all the children of Midian and the children of the east with the edge of the sword. And Hadad at the time delivered Moab from the hand of Midian. And those that remained of Midian and the children of the east fled before Hadad and his army. And Hadad pursued them into their land, and smote them with very heavy slaughter. And the slain fell in the road. And Hadad delivered Moab from the hand of Midian, for all the children of Midian had fallen by the edge of the sword. And Hadad turned and went back to his land. And from that day forth, the children of Midian hated the children of Moab, because they had fallen in battle for their sake. And there was a great and mighty enmity between them all these days. Again, I think here is the world that you live in, and here is why. And it came to pass that at the time Judah, the son of Jacob, died in Egypt, 86th year of Jacob's going down to Egypt, and Judah was 129 years old at his death. And they embalmed him, put him in a coffin, and given to the hands of his children. And the 89th year of Naphtali died Naphtali. He was 132 years old, and he was put into a coffin and given unto the hands of his children. And it came to pass in the 91st year of the Israelites going down into Egypt, that is, the 30th year of the reign of Zepho, the son of Eliphaz, the son of Esau, over the children of Chittim. And the children of Africa came upon the children of Chittim to plunder them as usual, but they had not come upon them for these 13 years. And they came to them in that year, and Zepho, the son of Eliphaz, went out to them with some of his men, and smote them desperately. And the troops of Africa fled from before Zepho, and the slain fell before him, and Zepho and his men pursued them, going on and smiting them until they were near unto Africa. And Angeas, king of Africa, heard this thing which Zepho had done, and it vexed him exceedingly. And Angeas was afraid of Zepho all the days. Ooh. So he has turned the tables, and I think we're just getting some more of these war chapters, but I'm going to end it here. So to me, this is fascinating because we're getting a recounting of why there's bad bloods between different tribes all over the Mediterranean, from Mediterranean to Egypt to elsewhere. So it's a whole fascinating course of events, I find. Well, I hope this setup pays off. I'm interested to where does the Book of Jasher end? I'm gonna look ahead and see where it comes. Oh wow! So it talks about Joshua and getting back in the land of Canaan. So I assume that means it would probably include time with Moses. Yeah. So we're going to get Moses, Aaron, and Joshua. All right. So at least we know where it's going to end. We have gotten through quite a bit of this. I mean, take a look. You can see that there's not going to be too much left. And we're proceeding at a pace. So I have to wonder, do you know why we're in the area that we're in? Where the history of just in your lifetime, what has passed, and how different it was compared to those before? How aware are you of the history of why we're at where we're at, both economically, politically, spiritually speaking? And it should help you think about what you want to preserve versus what you want to change from. Most importantly, hopefully turn your life in those different aspects under the Lord. And that way he can guide you in your daily endeavors. So may God's Spirit be with you. We'll see you.